Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we analyze Algorand and its token Algo. None of the content is financial advice. Let's get started. The price of Algo is at around 8.5 cents. These are the monthly candles for Algorand and its token Algo since the token launch. The token launched in 2019. In 2021, it's had its first bull run where the price action went at the highs at around $3. In 2024-2025, the highest Algo achieved was at around 61 cents during that euphoria phase late December 2024, where some of the US based alts started rallying since November 2024. Since then, these are the monthly candles for Algo. It has essentially been a down only performance. Now the price of Algo has come to a level where it has found some support in 2023. So those were the macro cycle lows for that bear market for Algo at 8.5 cents. So let's see if there is some sort of a support from here. The 200-week simple moving average for Algo is at around 20-21 cents. Right now, the price action, if it continues to go down in that territory, then the white line, which is the 200-week simple moving average, will ideally go down with the price action. The steepness of this decline could be expedited if the price action were to stay significantly lower than 20 cents level. The 300 week is all the way around 45 cents. Again, it's a almost 5x rally from here, little over 5x rally to get to that level. So maybe that could be an area of resistance in the next bullish run, or maybe macro highs for Algo in the next cycle, like 200 week was in 2024, where when the price action came close to the 200 week simple moving average, the asset essentially found a macro top, and then the bear market kind of started for Algo. In terms of the longer term price analysis, what we have on our own website, cryptoweekly.com. This is my own website. You can check out all of the content over here for free. It has several indicators related to other cryptos as well, but now focusing on Algo, what we can look at Algo in terms of, now it's not in the top 20 cryptos by market cap. We can start with the time weighted average price analysis, where identification if it's in accumulation or distribution phase using a gravity of time approach, where historically less amount of time is spent at some of the levels. So for example, over here, Algo in 2023 had that 83-84% drop from the time weighted average price at the bottom. Right now the price is almost 80% lower than the time weighted average price. The time weighted average price is at close to that 300 week simple moving average at 44 cents. The way to interpret this model is rather than looking at price in isolation, it looks at the historical risk level based on gravity of time approach. If let's say where the price action has spent its entire life, and how far is the current price away from that entirety of its average price. If the price is significantly lower than the average price, then again for Algo in the last bear market, greater than 80% difference between the price and that time weighted average price was essentially, back then when the price was at 9 cents, time weighted average price was at around 58 cents. Now price is at 8 cents, whereas the time weighted average price has come down to 44 cents. Risk level is low per the time weighted average price model. That's just one major model. Looking at the regression based model, then the next series of whether the price action has cooled off or not, this regression based fair value estimation, trying to mathematically cut the price action into two halves to identify the top half where the price action is overvalued, bottom half where the price action is undervalued. Per this model as well, the risk level for Algo accumulation is significantly low at this point. If we were to look at it in a candle based, the same model in the candle based interpretation rather than color coded interpretation, the lower band for Algo where the price action could go in the worst case scenario per this model is 5.5 cent. That's the bear market prediction. If the bear market for Algorand were to continue for the next 6 months, it's very unlikely that the price action finds a bottom here without setting new lows in the later half of the year, as Bitcoin and major assets also have not found a bottom at this stage. per most of these models. 20-week simple moving average price based risk is slightly elevated, which is expected, as the major drops in terms of the 20-week simple moving average occurred in its first major bull run, where the price action kind of rose to that $3 target and then declined to a 30 cents or 1/10 of that price action within a span of few weeks. So that kind of a drop is very hard to achieve now that price action is very close to zero than before. In terms of the machine learning based prediction of what the price action could do in the next 6 months using historical price action at a weighted average based approach since launch. This model says that if the price action were to stay bearish in the next 6 months, the support for Algo could be at around 5.5 cents. That was the worst case scenario per the regression model as well. And these models are distinct models, and these models have that Confluence at that 5.5 cents level. So it again, different models pointing to a single price point usually again garner some degree of confluence. The counter trend rally, if there is one counter trend rally before let's say before the secondary stage of the bear market, then the counter trend rally could take the price action as high as about 12 cents, which is about from here 50% rally from the current price. All in all, if we were to look at any bear market predictions or bear market bottoms for Algorand and then concluding with the bull market target, let's start with the bear case, the Algo bear case. Again, the base bear case is behind us. The price action has already gone lower than the 13 cents. The panic case is at around 6 cents and the worst case is at around 5 cents. The midpoint of those is 5.5 cents, again pointing to that downturn somewhere between 25% and 40% of the current price. The bull case, again, although right now the market has stayed bearish for a significant amount of time, if there is, let's say, a decent alt season where Algorand and Algo related narratives help shape the next alt season, the bull case prediction for Algo is somewhere between 78 cents to 82 cents, taking a midpoint at around 80 cents. Those are the base case and the bull case. The stretch case is at around $1.30. The current from the current price, the rally to that base case would be at around 9.5x of the current price. With that, I'd like to conclude first by saying right now price action, the overall estimated risk for Algo accumulation has gone down quite a bit, but again there is no such thing as a sure thing in the market, especially with assets which again the other major assets which haven't gone to the lowest risk level that they usually go to during the bottom part of the bear market. So per this prediction, the price of Algo still has somewhere between 25% to 40% to drop towards the end of 2026. But from here, if there is a alt season and if everything goes well and the data science models hold true, then the peak for Algo is somewhere between 8 to 10x of the current price. With that, hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.